I hope everyone is having a wonderful Mother's Day. Hello, this is Janet Kuypers. I'd like to welcome you to the Poetic License Home Edition bonus reading. This is a live reading for the month of May. I was going to read something from the book, Every Event of the Year, Volume 1, January through June. I do not know the schedule for when Volume 2 will be released, but I thought I would share with you a poem that was written and shared here for Mother's Day today. I wish my mom were around to hear it, but I made a point to wear lots of her rings while I was reading this for you guys. But this is a poem called My Mother, My Mother, My Mother. We went to go see my mother this weekend. You see, my mother has cancer, and we decided to fly across the country for a weekend to surprise her and see how she was actually doing. It was breast cancer, so it really was a best case scenario, I suppose. But so I managed to keep it out of my mind until I actually had to fly there. The night before, I couldn't bring myself to pack. It was 2 in the morning when I finally pulled my suitcase out from the pantry shelf. I kept telling people at work, well, you see, I have to go visit my mother because she has breast cancer, so I have to miss work for a few days. But I was always able to say it so matter-of-factly that I was actually fine and I could put it out of my head until I was actually going to visit her. In fact, when my sisters told me the diagnosis, it was right around Christmas time, and there was so much work to do. I still had presents to wrap and meals to prepare, and Christmas was supposed to be a happy time, that I managed to postpone even thinking about it until we all decided to surprise her for a visit. And then I had to pack, to decide what to take, to decide what to leave behind, to put my life into a little black box and wheels and go. It shouldn't be like this. I knew that. I knew I shouldn't be visiting my mother under these circumstances, and I knew how she never wanted to think about bad things because we were actually going there to try to make her feel better, but bad things just made her cry, and this, us going there, would make her want to cry and cry because the only reason why we were visiting her is because things are bad. But I wasn't supposed to think that way. Things were just fine. So I finished packing at like 4 in the morning, and the next thing I remember is that we're all on the plane together, my sisters and I, cracking jokes with each other as we packed up our rental car and we headed down to Mom and see Mom at Mom and Dad's house. And everyone was so happy to see each other. It was one big family reunion, and we were all laughing and talking and trying to figure out where we were all going to sleep. And the sisters and dad were in the front room trying to see if the couches were good enough to sleep on. And that's when I was alone with Mom. And so we were trying to figure out, should we pull out air mattresses or something? And then I was alone in the den with Mom. So I suddenly became serious, and I sat down next to her on the floor. I was on the floor, and I asked her about how she was really doing. And that was when she started to cry, saying that the cancer spread. But what she was most concerned with was the fact that she just didn't want to say any of these bad things, and she didn't want to be concerned with those kind of things when she didn't want to spoil the time that we came to visit her with. And she was worried about that. And I don't think she understood that we couldn't have come at a better time, and nothing she could do would spoil our trip. I want to let everybody know that she was fine from that cancer and things worked out okay, and I want to wish everybody a happy, happy, happy Mother's Day, and stay poetically inclined. I know we have to stay in places, but give love to your mother today, give love to everyone today and every day, and as I said, stay poetically inclined, and thank you for listening.